Good morning, everyone. In the news today, I have an article, once again, that you need to look at with open eyes, with an open mind, and actually understand what's happening behind the scenes. And this is from Business Tech, and the headline reads, "Government wants to track all South Africans from birth, and here is why." And as I go through this article, you will see the excuses being given. And if you come to any of my meetings, you will understand why crime is rampant, why this happens, and why it'll be fermented to actually use that as an excuse to be able to track us. And I've spoken about this a lot, and many people have said that the whole idea that we're going to be monitored, tracked, and traced is a conspiracy theory. But of course, I know better. I actually spent time in counter-terrorism intelligence, and therefore I know what I'm talking about. The Civilian Secretariat for Police provided an update on a number of proposed pieces of legislation it is considering to Parliament this week, including a new bill which could allow for the tracking of South Africans from birth in an effort to help combat crime. The Criminal Law Forensic Procedures Amendment Act came into operation in January of 2015 and provides for, among other things, the taking of buccal samples, a sample of a person's saliva taken from the person's mouth, from all convicted Schedule 8 offenders for the purposes of forensic DNA analysis. Now, this is the current regulations, but now they want to add to this. The purpose of the updated bill is to strengthen this legislation for criminal investigations and ensure the prosecution of repeat offenders. However, the bill was put on hold pending a proposal to the Minister of Home Affairs to investigate the feasibility of the extension of buccal sampling to all citizens in the country and not just criminals. Now, here is the trick, people. I've been speaking about this for a very long time. But let's get into the gist of what government is wanting to do to your freedom. The proposal of taking buccal samples from all citizens of the country, including infants at birth, falls within the exclusive mandate of Home Affairs, the Civilian Secretariat for Police said. The group said that the samples would be used in a similar process to that of a fingerprinting process which is currently used for 1. Identifying and the identification purposes as well as the detection of crime, investigation of an offence, identification of missing persons, the identification of unidentified human remains, or the conducting of a prosecution. The Civilian Secretariat for Police said that the DNA samples could be checked against the databases of the Department of Home Affairs, Department of Transport, or any department or state in the national sphere of government, which means this will be used mainstream, but that this would require empowering legislation from both Home Affairs and the South African Police Services. The proposal is informed by the high levels of crime in the country and the urgent need to strengthen South Africa's crime-fighting capacity in order to effectively fight crime and convict criminals, it said. Now, anyone that's been to my meetings, you will see how crime is deliberately created, because if we want to stop crime, it can happen really fast. In fact, you can do it within a week, and there will be almost no crime. So the fact that this is happening, and this rampant crime levels are allowed to happen within the country, means that this is the intention of the state. The state wants crime to happen. They are not only allowing it to happen, they in fact encouraging it. And at the end of the article, it says, however, the Civilian Secretariat for Police said that the bill currently remains in limbo, as it is still awaiting a response from the Minister of Home Affairs. Now, I know my wife, Lauren Evanthi, has actually covered this before, specifically, and in attacking the idea that babies will have to give up their DNA samples at birth for use in what they call criminal procedures in future. But it's actually used for tracking. And they make this clear here. Identification purposes as well as the detection of crime. Investigation of an offence. Identification of missing persons. And the identification of identified human remains, or the conducting of a prosecution. Now, what will we be prosecuted for in future? For the way we think, for the way we speak, for what we believe in, for our faith, our religion, many things. If you look at the way the world is going, how is us giving up our baby's DNA at birth going to help us as citizens? And this is the crux, and this is what you need to look at. How a government can create circumstances, and not just government, but the people that control them, create circumstances that'll let us give up our freedoms one by one by one. And today, when I give this talk here in Gauteng, I really look forward to speaking to the people about how their freedom is being taken away one step at a time. And I really want to thank you all for joining. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and click the bell icon to get notifications for new videos in future. Thank you very much. Till the next video.